Today we're going to talk about removing a headlight on a 2008 BMW 535i. I've looked at some of the forums on BMW Fest and it gave me some good guidelines, and I'd like to just do a video so that everyone can see what an easy job it actually is. To start with, this is the bulb that we're going to be replacing. It's a D1S style bulb, xenon HID bulb. This one happens to be from Sylvania, and they're all about the same as long as you get the D1S. Okay, in this case I've already done the driver's side of the car, so I'm going to be looking at doing the passenger side as well, so I'll have a match set. And the original blog entry decided that it would be easy to remove the piece of trim and the piece of molding that goes along here in order to get at this screw and at this screw here. It's not a bad idea because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room along the front fascia, along this area, to take out the front corner of the light cartridge itself. After that, we're going to start looking at 2 bolts to remove this one here on top, followed by the second one over here. Both are metric T30, not T20 as originally stated in that article. The next part that's going to happen is a little bit tricky. Okay, I've switched pointers to try and make this a little bit easier. What I'm using is one of these flexible extensions. It bends up a little bit and also spins the 8mm nut drive that you're going to need in there. And what we're looking for is, as you can see as we follow up the top of the light assembly and back behind here, this cover plate, you'll see this silver screw down at the bottom. If we follow that up and over here behind the main light, and it's very hard to see, but there's a matching one that goes down right beside this area here. It's a little bit tough to see, but there it is down at the bottom. The one that I'm pointing to here. So let's look now and we'll start disassembling the screws. I've already loosened them so they're just finger tight for now. But this one right here comes off. Okay, and as it comes out, keep track of its size because it is different from its mate in the back. Again, here's the one that's in the back. It's thumb tight because I've loosened it already. Out it comes, and you'll see the actual size difference between the two. One is about a 1/4 inch shorter than the other one. Okay, now on to the lower screws that require the 8mm socket. And as you'll see, to get back in here using the extension, it's a little bit tough to get at, but it's far easier to do if you just use the extension. Once that's on there, don't take the screws completely out. There's no need for that, and I'll show you why in a minute. So I am going to remove these 2 up here on the bumper just to show you, to make it a little bit more clear about what's going on, but I don't really think that it's necessary in the end. Okay, so now that the assembly is loose and you can see that it's movable, it's pretty flexible to get out of there. The easiest thing to do, because there's a tab that comes underneath here that you can't see yet, but it is there, I promise. The easiest thing to do is pull the entire cartridge out toward the front of the car, unhook this back end, and lift out and up and over toward the outside of the car. One last item to remove before is this cap that goes on the inside where the halo eyes would be, is down here. Remove that because with this mounting bracket in the way, it's very hard to get the entire device out. But you see now that it's out and removed from that, it's a fairly simple thing to just lift out the entire piece. Notice that the wiring harness is still on here on the back. I'll go ahead and remove that now. It's just a pinch clip and very easy to do. Okay, so here's the whole assembly. completely free of the car. The wiring harness is removed. Let me show you why I didn't remove the two lower screws before. You can see them here. This is the one in the front, and there's the support in the back. You'll notice that the washers stay up. They're mounted up to the top of the screw. The reason why you don't have to remove those is these two tabs here, this one for the back and this one for the front, actually slide in and under those washer heads. So you don't even have to remove those. It's a very convenient thing. Okay, from here it's a very traditional light bulb replacement. You'll notice that we're looking at the top of the cartridge now, and there's two tabs, one here and one here. These are just simple push tabs. They loosen, and with a little bit of effort you just flip off the case. Now notice that on the back there's actually hinge tabs that fit on the bottom. So when you open it, this is from the side now, the entire piece will just flip open like a book. Okay, again with a little bit of muscle work there, it just comes right off, and you'll notice that it just flips open like a book. Move the piece over to the side. And now you can see the lighting assembly that has to get replaced right here. To remove the lighting assembly, it's very simple. It's just a quick rotation, counterclockwise in this case to remove, pull it straight out. And in this case, since this is the better of my two bulbs, I'm going to be kind of delicate with this one. You'll notice that there is a wiring harness here that needs to get removed. Just pinch that clip where it's angled, and the clip just comes right out. Okay, with the bulb free of the assembly and the wiring harness, the next step is to remove this collar, this round collar that goes around, and you'll see that there is this little tab clip. Simply push in the clip, open up the harness that's hinged at the back, and slide it out of the mounting area around the bulb. Okay, so here's the packaged bulb as it comes. It's got a nice protective cover, and here is our open mounting clip for it. You'll notice as you hold the bottom of the bulb, and if you look at it, you'll see that square notch and a round notch. And those are very important because they do line up with the square here and the round portion here. It will only go in one way, and that's the easiest thing to do. Just mount those back around in between that the lip of the bulb and the aluminum portion that surrounds it. It goes right in between that collar there, and just click the harness back together using the tab clip. So there you see the tabs lined up in the proper slots in the holes, and the clip just now comes together and pinches closed with a click. Now the bulb is remounted. The easiest thing to do now is reverse the entire operation. Plug in the wiring harness back from the light cartridge. Restore the mounting cover that goes around the back of this. Restore the round cover, actually wait on the round cover. Put the cartridge back in, and then secure this, making sure that the tabs under here go in the proper location to fit in the washer nuts down at the bottom. And after that, it's pretty much easy. Just reverse the operation. Don't forget to reconnect your wiring harness here, or else nothing will work. Remember earlier in the video I was showing you that it's easy to resecure everything. If you see these two mounting holes on the bottom, these rails, they actually fit into these tabs right here, these step down ones, and that ensures proper alignment for everything to then slide up under that bolt and up under that bolt. So now it's pretty easy. I'll just rehook those back over here, point in the front of the light cartridge first, and just kind of motion the whole thing in like that. Okay, with the cartridge back in, I'm just going to go in and tighten up that screw and its partner in the back. Replace this screw and this one, make sure the holes are all aligned so everything goes in fine, and then replace this back cover. It's easier to screw in that, tighten it up, with this cover removed. So just do that, and then replace everything. Don't forget about the 2 screws here. Replace the trim if you did that, and you should be good to go.